Hey everybody, I'm Philip, and I'm making a video today kind of, I guess, detailing where I've been. I have not posted a new video online since...
A few moments later.
So I have not posted a new video on my personal channel since September 9th, 2019. I know I had some friends online asking me if I was okay because I kind of stopped posting in, well, this is like in the way, isn't it? I mean, that's kind of the point, but let me see if I can. There, do you see more of my fat face now? Awesome. So I had some friends ask on social media if I was doing okay. You know, they haven't heard from me in a while because I kind of went radio silent. And I decided to make a video just kind of explaining what's been going on and why I haven't made a video in almost a freaking year on this channel. For the rest of 2009, that's easy. Every October, me and TJ do a project on the film channel. Here somewhere. We watch 31 horror movies in 31 days in real time. So it's basically day one, wake up, watch movie, record our review. Then I edit the video and have the video up before I go to bed. Day two, wake up, watch movie, record review, have video done before I go to bed. Day three, and then 4, 5, 6, all the way. So 31 days of that in a row. It's very tasking. And I am always burnt out by the end of October. Usually September, I take off as well. I mentally prepare. We kind of get our list together, what we want to watch, then go from there. And not only is it like artistically draining, it's physically draining. It just wears me down really bad. Every year, pretty much, I take a break because we'll do the 31 days of horror is what we call it. And then I'll usually just take a little sabbatical. I also had the curse of December, which is a real thing. Every December, something bad happens to me. All of my major setbacks up till recently have taken place in December. With December came the holidays, and for Xmas, I was given money, which, awesome. I can always use that. And it coincided with something that me and Justin have been doing for the better part of 2 years. We've been saving here and there because we would like to get a new computer. Because if you don't know, the Mac right here that I edit on, this is what my desktop looks like. The bars, the thing on the side, like I'm missing like a sixth of my screen. This happened about a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago. I forget when. I uploaded it to the channel. It's looked like it ever since. I think the video card is dying, and it feels like it's just like the sword of Damocles that could just fall anytime. So every time I have to go edit a video, especially something as intensive as 31 days of horror, I get really nervous. But we've been saving up to get a new Mac or to go see my family down south. They live down south in the southern part of the United States at an undisclosed location, unless you are friends with me on Facebook and or Instagram and you saw all the pictures that said exactly where I went. I had enough money to get one or the other. Was I going to get a new computer or was I going to go see my family? And I chose, obviously, a computer because, come on. Duh. No, I went to see my family. I haven't seen my dad in over 10 years, ever since the first accident happened, and it's made me very immobile, and it makes traveling very difficult, with the hopes that I would heal one day, and obviously it's never happened. Again, What's Wrong With Me video series was all about that, because then I was approaching a decade of not healing from an accident in 2009, and now I'm at 11 years of not healed. In fact, it's worse. So yeah. In January, I started getting things around for that. Things like that, I have to divert my full attention to them. I can't get this where I want. I can keep moving it. Just because everything is just so, like, I can't deal with stress well, and I can't deal with stuff like that just because I don't have the padding, I guess. I've said in other videos, I keep referencing them, but it's where all my frame of reference goes. So any stress or nerves or anything just completely just destroys my back and my neck. And yeah, when I went and visited my family for a very short visit, it was a very short visit. It was only Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Left Thursday, arrived Thursday night, stayed Friday, Saturday, Sunday, then left Monday. So it was just a weekend, like extended weekend kind of visit. Two reasons. One, because we only had enough. We didn't get a hotel. We got an Airbnb, and I'd never stayed in one of those before. Highly recommend it. And two, we only had enough money for 4 nights at the Airbnb. Have enough money for food and anything else we wanted to do while we were there. I went and visited my family, saw my dad for the first time in something like 15 years, I think. And it was amazing. I saw my dad, saw my brother, saw my future sister-in-law, saw my one uncle. And it was cool. It was really cool. But it came with a consequence, a very steep consequence. When you are as fragile as I am, that's the reason I'm doing videos here sitting down now with this, and you can just see on this, like my other videos were against that wall and they were from like here up, and I could hide all my flaws, my hands, and I could do the angle enough so I could hide my other flaws. And then this is just, it is what it is. And then this, I don't like it either. And I was going to throw a sweatshirt on or a hoodie on, but the one hoodie, my favorite hoodie, is tight right now and I'd be more uncomfortable. And my other hoodie that's a little baggier, it is August right now, and it would be really freaking hot. So, yeah, and I had to turn the fans off and the AC off to film this, so there wasn't any extraneous noise. So, yeah, the plane ride there, I stayed in a new environment. You know, I was sleeping in a bed that wasn't for me. Like, my bed was made for me. It's made for people with bad backs or, you know, spine issues. You know, driving in cars with people who, I mean, I know, and I'm not faulting anyone. Like, I'm not faulting my brother or my dad or anyone who drove me around. I'm very fragile. And I was already even more fragile because I had taken a plane trip, actually 3 planes to get there, and then got into a car, took it to the Airbnb, which was somebody's house, somebody's very, very big and very awesome house, and slept in a bed night after night after night, not really getting recovery sleep, and then waking up and doing it all over again. By Sunday, I was wrecked. And I felt bad because I know my brother and sister-in-law both had a lot of stuff planned that they wanted to do. And I just, basically, it was just like, I was there to see you, and that's as much as I can give right now. I'm sorry. And mainly because, and also there were no comfortable chairs to sit on. There were no computer chairs at all to sit on. They were all like more aesthetic than practical. So they were very uncomfortable. And I actually had to pull in a lawn chair from their front porch on Saturday and bring it inside because we were all hanging out watching TV, and I needed something to sit on. So I just pulled a lawn chair in because lawn chairs are ridiculously comfortable for me for some reason. And yeah, by Sunday I was a wreck. More specifically, my lower back felt like somebody had just been punching it nonstop. And I was pretty much like hobbling around like a 90-year-old person, even more so than usual. It was bad. And then Saturday night, we accidentally hit a very big metal square thing in the road that they cover, like what they're doing working. I don't know what it was for. We hit that really, really hard, and so hard that I yelped out loud, and that just pretty much curbed. Yeah, pain makes me grumpy, and that's something I work really hard at not being a grumpy butt all the time. But when you're in constant agonizing pain all the time, and it's at a 9 or 10, it's amped up with people who aren't used to it. I mean, that's totally fair. If you're not used to being around someone who is fragile, and then that pain is just turned up, you know, close to max, you know, it just kind of makes for an unpleasant situation for everyone. Yeah, it didn't ruin the trip for me at all. I still enjoyed being there, and I will say I enjoyed every second that I spent with them. It was the seconds I spent in that house by myself, because poor Justin was sick the entire time. He got ill on the way there. It was pretty much bedridden the entire time. When you're alone with your pain in unfamiliar surroundings, and there's no way to alleviate it because you can't just lay down and you can't sit anywhere comfortable, and it just hurts and it hurts and it hurts and it hurts and it gets worse and worse and worse and worse. And yeah, as much as I loved the visit, and I think it was, you know, it was every penny was worth it, and every moment I got to spend with them was worth it. I mean, Sunday was my favorite day because Sunday my dad just came over and we hung out for 4 hours and just talked. It was just magical for me because, I don't know, me and my dad get along really well, and we have really cool conversations, and it was a lot of reminiscing and talking and laughing and telling stories, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. That day alone made the entire trip worth it. And then I came home and I had to get back on planes, 3 of them, and then come back. Oh, another thing I forgot to say, the drive to the airport. I live in Ohio and I can either go to Columbus or to Detroit because I'm kind of equidistant to them. Detroit is, I guess, it's a little easier because it's just like pew. Well, Columbus is kind of like pew. So pew, 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 pew. Going to Detroit sucks because the minute you cross from the border from my state into Michigan, the roads are extremely bumpy. And I don't mean just like bump. I'm talking like ga-dunk, 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 and they get bad. If I'm going up into Michigan at all, I'm screwed, basically, physically. Add that in. On the way home, when we flew back to Detroit and we're driving back, and it's from the airport, I'm already in all this pain from the weekend. And there's a reason this is such a long explanation of this part. We're driving back. I'm already on this pain from cars and planes and beds and chairs and just a lot of discomfort. And my lower back is just, I can't even put it into like an analogy that would do it justice. It hurt a lot. And this also was in February. I forgot to say this was in February, like mid-February. We go from the airport immediately onto the Michigan roads, and I'm already, at the max level. And by the time we were 5 or so miles from the border into Ohio, I was weeping in the back seat. I'm not somebody that's afraid to cry or anything, but I don't like to cry from pain because that's kind of embarrassing for me. I'd rather cry from a song or a movie. I'm much more comfortable doing that than crying from having so much physical pain thrust upon me that I just can't keep it inside anymore. And I'm in the back seat just crying. It was that bad. Like, it's bad for me if I'm crying because I've been dealing with this for 11 years now, and you wear it like a second skin, as I've said before. So yeah, it was bad. That whole thing was necessary because after that, since then, my body has been shot. Went to the chiropractor and he popped me back in place, and it was, and Justin could attest, it was loud. Both sides of my lower back, my mid back, and then here in between like my sternum, but on the other side where my ribs meet, well, the ribs will meet there, but it was like the middle of the ribs in your spine. Skeletal stuff, but the damage had been so severe that it wasn't going away. My lower back continued to hurt, and then the pandemic hit. We were very limited in where we could go, what we could do, and I had a chiropractor appointment in beginning of March, and then I scheduled one for April, and then by then COVID was on full swing, and I had a scratchy throat the week of my chiro appointment, and I knew it was just scratchy throat. I knew it was just allergies, but I didn't want to risk it. I didn't want to be there like, that's, I don't want to freak anybody out. Wear a mask. I left a message like, hey, I'm sorry I can't make it. Can I please reschedule? I was more like, hey, I'm sorry I can't make it. Can I please reschedule? That earlier to do. I'm going to stop doing that. For everyone's safety there, I don't want to show up. Well, my chiropractor never called me back. And then I called back twice more during office hours, and it went to voicemail both times. I have not heard from my chiropractor since, so I guess I just don't have a chiropractor anymore. I don't know. When I realized that, like, my whole body just kind of went like, it kind of just dropped because it felt like I was pushed out of a plane without a parachute. Because if anything happens to me now, before I had my chiropractor, I've had for 7 years, he'd be there to pop me back in place. And he's not now. And that's important because I have been on a very steady decline ever since. I've been trying to do stretches where I can, because this is just pretty much that happened in like March and April. So it's been April, May, June, July, now into August. It's just been like one blur of pain. I even started playing Warcraft again, because that's the one thing I can do that can take my mind. Like, the pain's bad if I'm crying, and the pain's bad if I'm playing Warcraft, because it's the one thing I can do that can take my mind off of the intensity of the pain. I can kind of get lost in it, even though I have to be aware of my surroundings, what I do at all times. It's gotten really bad. I've lost count of what's been popping. I've been trying to do stretches and very light yoga over the last 2 months, because the lower back that got hurt, and this is the main point of me telling the entire trip and like what caused the amount of pain it was in, it hasn't went away. Even after the chiropractor adjusted me. And the reason I just don't go to a new chiropractor is because my case is so unique, unfortunately. He's been with me for 7 years. He knows my body and how to adjust me and how to be gentle and where to, he just knows, he just understands my condition, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And it's not going to be easy to find someone else. That's not like, I don't want to explain my story again. It's a long freaking story. I made a 10-part video series on it. So I'm kind of still free falling, but the big one happened about a month ago. This right here, I don't know if you can see it or not, right here, and I call it the bump. This right here, this bone where it kind of feels like that. Here, there we go. You can see that better. So it looks like that. This really is uncomfortable for me, so I'm going to hurry this up. If it's supposed to kind of be like that, mine popped up like that. And you can feel that. That hurt. That's how fragile I am, y'all. Just doing something like that. When that happened, when this popped out, and it popped out from sleeping. I just lifted my head up off the pillow because I have to switch sides in bed every hour and a half or so because it hurts too much to lay on one side for too long because of the pressure from laying. Gravity and my condition are just not good, friends. So I was just lifting my head up and yeah, loud pop. And I tried to force myself back to sleep as soon as possible because I know if I didn't, I wouldn't be able to go to sleep. But I knew it was damaged. And the problem is when that moves, then anything that was connected to is also affected. So it affects, my muscles up here, and then whatever's affected up here affects down here. So, and then it's just been slow little pops ever since. Like I've equated my body to a Jenga tower that's all wonky and not, in any kind of semblance of order. This feels like you moved one of the little tile brick things, whatever, and the tower is slowly starting to come apart. And that's where I am. That's what I mean. It sounds like how can that fill up that much time? But it's almost like pain amnesia, I guess, where it's just continuous, and it's been bad, really bad lately. I've been atrophying like crazy. Even though I've been trying my best to do what neck exercises I can, I'm still atrophying every day, every other day. Sometimes they're big, sometimes they're tiny. And here's the irony of it all. All of the yoga and the stretches were making my lower back feel a little better. But then this happened, and that still hurts. It's been like a month and it still hurts. It's just so uncomfortable feeling because you can feel the bone popped up. Oh, that's so weird. Like you can just feel. Before it was covered by muscle, so you're looking to feel it. This side is just lost cause. But yeah, and I can't say for sure. I can't say if me going on the trip and going through the pain, if that was the catalyst, or if it just would have happened anyway. I don't know. What really messed with me though is that this right here that popped has not popped since around 2010, and I entered a very bad state of depression about it. Because not only do you not want to feel pain again, you don't want to feel something you haven't felt in 10 years. You think after 10 years that this would be okay. And then again, I got to thinking, okay, if this pops up after 10 years, if I haven't healed enough to keep this in place after 10 years, then what the hell were the last 10 years even for? All the surgeries and treatments and doctors and quacks and adjustments and medical bills, There's a reason it took me 2 years almost to save up for a 4-day trip to go see my family, because the American healthcare system is crooked as. That's another video for another day. Yeah, it really hit me not just physically, but mentally and psychologically. It really is just like, what's the point then? What's the point? What's the point of going to the chiropractor? What's the point of seeing doctors? What's been the point of any of it? If an injury, and not even an injury, it was just like, this should have healed by now. Why is it after a decade? This can pop out still as bad and hard as it did 10 years ago when I was going to see the quack doctor that I should have sued, who's the activator, and he had to punch it back in place with an activator. That's how long ago it's been. I don't know what to do. I thought to myself, what if I had just let myself heal from the first accident without getting any treatment? What if I hadn't had my neck set the first time in 2009 where my neck turned into mashed potatoes and I lost all muscle mass? Where would I be? What would have happened? All that what if stuff. But more than anything, it was the why. After so long, after a decade, can something still pop out that popped out 10 years ago? Why is my neck not healed enough? Why isn't the muscle strong enough? All I do is lift my head up off the pillow. That's it. I can't be active. I'm back to being lethargic. It's one of the things like you want to lose weight because I don't like feeling like this or looking like this. I don't know. I don't want to go on a ranty rant about it, but it really, really affected me. And we'll just say if not for Justin, I wouldn't be here right now. And that is 100% honest to God's truth. I'm tired of being in pain every day. I'm tired of feeling like this all the time. I'm tired of limitations. I'm tired of people not believing me. I'm tired of people laughing at me from the back seat when I hurt myself. I'm tired of not being able to go out and see my friends. I'm tired of being a hermit. I'm tired of being afraid of outside. I'm tired of being agoraphobic. I'm just tired of it all. I think another reason it took me so long to do videos is because I want them to be perfect. I want them to look good. I want them to look like what everyone else's videos on YouTube look like, but I can't. You know, I have to make do with what I got, with the microphone I have and the camera I have and what lighting I have. You know, the type of body that I am comfortable showing. Like, me being without a hoodie is very uncomfortable for me. And I just have to accept the flaws for what they are. And I've talked about my flaws before on this channel, but you know, this is old school now with stuff, and I'm very, very brittle, very fragile. I'm just tired of it. Like, people legit break their necks and almost die like I did, and then heal in a year. I'm going on 12, and I'm back to square two. I'm back to 2010. I've been wanting to do this video for a while, for a long time. I wanted to do a vlog kind of thing on my trip, but there's just no way. I had planned it. I brought my camera and everything. Like, I was going to take some video and make a vlog and take pictures for my family, like professional stuff. I managed to get, you know, at least the one picture that I wanted of me and my dad and my brothers. And like, to people that I visited, like, they're upset because we didn't get to do what you wanted. Neither did I. Like, it all sounded awesome. And I didn't even get to do my vlog. I was going to post it on here. I suck at vlogging, but it would have been fun. I'm just tired of being robbed of moments and just having to accept it. And I can't dwell on it for too long, because if I do, I will go crazy. And if not for Justin's unwavering support, I can honestly say I wouldn't be here. Because, like, I'm not scared to die. I used to be. And I do love being alive. I still cherish it. But getting reversed 10 years in one moment, and then the free fall since, because it's never just one moment. It's just it's like a thread unraveling. If this is a piece of thread and you pull on it, and just everything else just turns to crap. So that is where I've been and what I've been doing since September of 2019. And it's not fun. I think this is another one of those, I'm doing this for the mental catharsis, I guess. I need to get my voice out there in some way. I know this feels very masturbatory to do. Like, let me talk about myself for a long time. But it's been rough, really, really rough. And I don't know what the next step is, because there isn't one. Like, do I just free fall and then hope I even out, and then hope that actually I heal from that? But will the free fall stop? Because right now I'm regressing bad. America, healthcare system sucks for those that need it. And, you know, I no longer have government insurance for some reason, even though I still file taxes and, you know, I'm part of the system. Tried to go to the dentist, didn't have insurance. Okay, I apparently don't have insurance now, because it's just lose-lose with me all the time. Always, it's lose-lose. I just was kind of thinking, well, once I even out from the trip, I will then do a, hey guys, I'm back video. But then it got worse and worse and worse and worse. And then I kind of had a very bad depressive breakdown period there. I'm still not completely okay. So yeah, I feel like I'm kind of just rambling now. I'm not sure how to end this. I don't have a fancy outro. So I know everyone else does. I do not. So just thank you for watching. And if you've supported me in life or online, I do appreciate it. And I'm not a thoughts and prayers guy, but keep me in them anyway, because I could sure as hell use it. So I'll see you in the next video.